Gigante de Carolina.
All right, it's great to see everybody in person. Kike, thanks for coming in. We have microphones with Christina and Victoria. And the first question from Kike will come from the great Johnny Miller in the back.
Hi, Kike.
Hey, Johnny, good to see you, finally.
Nice to see you, too. First of all, can you talk about the two pitchers? What's so tough about facing Cole, and talk about Nate season?
First off, Cole, I mean, everybody knows about him. He's got a really good fastball, and he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball the last few years. He's got a really good mix. He's got two breaking balls. He's got a changeup, and he's got that fastball that he controls really well. And you just got to pick one side of the plate, pick one pitch, and just grind out some bats. You can't get too big with him because you may get one pitch and you can't miss that one pitch. And Nate did a great job all year. He was our horse. He stayed healthy, gave us innings, got some big wins when we needed. And he also has a 5-pitch mix that he controls very well. He changes the tempo with a quick pitch, with a little hesitation delivery, and he does a great job keeping hitters off balance. And he also has that powerful fastball that everybody has to have in the back of their mind. So he's got a great mix, and it's gonna be a fun one tonight.
In the third row on your right, Kike.
Kike, debe de ser especial para ti jugar postemporada con el equipo de Boston en tu primer año. ¿Qué tan difícil es para ustedes no contar en un partido tan importante con J.D. Martínez hoy? ¿Y cómo está el ánimo para este juego? Que el que gana continúe y el que pierde se va para su casa.
Sí, es un momento honorado y para mí es un privilegio poder estar en esta situación de jugar en la postemporada una vez más, esta vez con Boston, con los Red Sox. Yo diría que la razón principal por la que yo firmé aquí fue para jugar juegos como este, o sea, jugar juegos que importan en septiembre y llegar hasta octubre y jugar en octubre y ver cuán lejos podemos llegar en octubre. Acerca de JD, pues obviamente no es fácil, no es fácil que uno de tus caballos pues no esté disponible para juegos más grandes de la temporada, pero no se puede hacer nada y hay que echar para adelante y los que estamos somos los que somos y nosotros estamos confiados de que tenemos los jugadores que están para hoy pueden hacer el trabajo y los ánimos están, todo el mundo con mucha energía, todo el mundo alegre, ready para lo que viene esta noche.
The second row on your left, Kike, Marley.
Hi, Kike.
Hi, Marley.
Would you please, I'm going to ask you the question in English. If you can answer in both English and Spanish, if you'd be so kind. You've been an excellent postseason performer. What does it take to be one?
I don't know. For me, personally, I think it's wanting to be in that spot, wanting to be in that situation. A lot of times, you learn through the years. A lot of times when you have 4 at-bats, that 5th at-bat is coming through in the game, and you're just thinking counting, do I want this 5th at-bat? And over the years, you learn that once you stop doing that and you start wanting that 5th at-bat, that 5th at-bat tends to go a little bit better. And in a playoff situation, I think it's it's that same thing. I think it's envisioning yourself in that situation and wanting to be in that spot and, being confident that, whatever happens. And I do a lot of visualizing, and I always try to visualize myself succeeding in those situations. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's what works for me personally. En español, yo diría que es querer estar en la situación, querer estar en ese momento del juego. Hay muchas veces que en la temporada, a través de la temporada, uno tiene un juego de 4 o 5 turnos y se da la situación donde puede venir el próximo turno y a lo mejor ese día no te sientes muy bien o lo que sea y tú estás pensando en que no lo quieres. Y a través de los años yo he aprendido que si dejo de pensar así y empiezo a querer ese turno, pues ese turno tiende a ir mejor. Y yo empecé a hacer eso con los playoffs. Yo empecé a visualizarme en ese momento grande, en ese turno grande y yo quiero estar en ese turno grande. O sea, eso es lo que soñamos desde niños. Nosotros desde niños soñamos estar en Juego 7 de la Serie Mundial con 3-2, 2 outs, las bases llenas en la parte baja del noveno. Así que yo trabajo mucho visualizando las cosas y me visualizo yo mismo tocándome en un turno grande y pues sacando la cara por el equipo. Y a veces me funciona, a veces no, pero eso es lo que yo hago.
And one row behind Marley, Pete.
Kike, going back to when they signed you and in spring training, Alex has talked a lot about your leadership and what you could bring to the clubhouse. Can you talk about maybe how you've tried to do that, and how has that been different from your time with the Dodgers?
I try to be the same guy, man. I try to be the same guy everywhere I go. Eduardo here knows me. He met me when I was like 18 years old. He was my manager in Winter Bowl, and I've always been the same guy ever since I was a little kid. And I understand my qualities as a person and as a teammate. And one of the things is to keep things light. And I like to make people laugh. I like to make people feel happy and feel comfortable. And also, I understand that I have a lot of experience in this situation, and guys come up to me and they just, they ask random questions. But for me as a leader, I take a lot of pride in leading by example, and that's when you ask me what can I do as a leader, is just, do things the professional way, do things right, play the game the right way, play hard at all times, respect my teammates, respect everybody in the clubhouse, and I say as a leader, I'm more of a leader by example than vocally. Yeah, I'm here for my teammates. I'm whatever I can do to make this team better, help this team win.
Different gear as opposed to the Dodgers?
No, like I said, I'm the same guy at all times. Maybe now I have more experience here than when I'm my first 6 years in LA, because I was coming up and there was a lot of superstars on that team. But I think one thing as a veteran guy is very important to feel that you're approachable and make guys feel comfortable. It's always, as a younger guy coming up, sometimes there's some guys that have a lot of time that have done a lot for the game or whatever, and they're not always the most open or approachable guys. And those are the guys that you're a little bit hesitant to come talk to. And I try not to be that way. I try to, make everybody feel comfortable, make everybody, feel like that I'm here for them at any time for whatever it needs to be, and that's me.
And we'll stay there in the third row.
This might be building off of both of those last two questions. Was there somebody earlier in your career that you did look to, both as a postseason performer, that was somebody that you saw the way they carried themselves, that you took some things from, and the same idea as in somebody that you looked to that was an approachable leader? And they can be two different people, I suppose. But are there guys that you look to that you're taking a little bit of them and who you are now?
Yeah, I mean, coming up with LA, Justin Turner and Chase Utley were those two key guys for me. I also had the opportunity to play for 1+ year with David Freese, who's been one of the best playoff performers in our generation. Same with JT, in my opinion. And then obviously Chase, not just in the postseason, but he had an unbelievable career. But I was able to get on the, force myself under the wing of those guys, and I did learn a lot. And it just seems that whenever that big situation comes, they always seem to be under control of everything. They never seem to be panicking. They never seem to be over swinging or forcing anything. So. You try to look up to those guys, try to absorb as much information as you can, and try to duplicate whatever applies to your game.
And the second row on your right, Jen.
Yeah, just how does your approach change, if at all? Just hitting second, obviously you've hit first, since I think June 26th or something like that.
It doesn't, to be honest with you. I've been hitting in front of Kyle for a few weeks now. Hitting behind him, I think it's the same approach. Kyle's gonna set the table tonight, and if Kyle doesn't set the table, then it's my job to set the table. But I can't sit here and tell you that I'm gonna change my approach just based off I'm hitting second instead of first. It's the same. And AC called me last night to tell me that I was gonna hit second, and I told him, AC, that's not my job. Your job. You make the lineup. I'll hit. And I'll play defense wherever you want me to play. I just want to win, and if you think hitting second makes our team better for tomorrow, and I'm all for hitting second. So the approach is the same.
On the fourth row on your right, Chad.
Hey, Kike, you've had, obviously it's JD tonight out of the lineup, but also, you think of COVID and some other guys hurt at weird times. Has this felt like a year where there's kind of always something? And how have you all, as a clubhouse, handled that, the sort of really unexpected wrinkles that have come here in the second half?
Yeah, we've dealt with adversity all year long. We've dealt with doubts. We've dealt with pretty much everything. And it almost seems like not fitting, but someone's like, well, that was the one thing that was going to happen for the wildcard game. We don't have JD, but you know, we've done it all year long, and here we are now, wildcard game. We're ready. We're excited, and with or without JD, you know, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna do everything we can to win this ball game. And we don't have one of our best hitters, but we're gonna grind through it, and we're gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way to win this game.
Right beneath the camera, Alex.
Hi, Kike.
Hi, Alex.
On your hot streak this season started when you were put in the lineup against Cole on June 27th. Was there anything about your approach that changed at that time? And a totally unrelated second question. The Yankees, in case of a four-way tie, were in a position to pick whether they'd face you guys here or Toronto in Toronto. They would have chosen you guys. Has that been a discussion point at all?
For the first question, I started feeling better. Like first 2 months weren't good at all, and then I started feeling better at the plate in a series here against Houston. I don't even remember what I did that series or whatever, and then a few series after that. But I think, you know, I started feeling better, a little more comfortable, and then when AC put me on timeout for 2 games in Atlanta, and then first game in Kansas City, it was time for me to hit the reset button, and I said to myself, you know, you're feeling better at the plate. Team's playing good. You know, whatever. There's still a long season to go. You've done it before. You've had some bad starts, and you finished strong. So I just hit the reset button. I told myself season starts today, and I started feeling better. And then that day against Cole, I just, you know, put me back in the leadoff spot, and I was already feeling pretty good at the plate. And I said, well, I'm going to take my chance first pitch of the game, and I hit a homer first pitch. But and then I took off from there. But the approach been the same. I felt better at the plate, made better decisions at the pitches I was swinging at, and blah, blah, blah. And as far as the second question, we knew about it. We don't really talk about it because we had some business to take care of ourselves. But, you know, they swept us the last series here. So they wanted us, but at the same time, you know, you can't blame them. They feel pretty good about the fact that they swept us here, and they felt comfortable playing here. But, you know, they wanted us, and they got us now. So win or go home. That's it.
Do a few more. We'll stay there with Gabe and then Daniel.
Hey, Kike, what are your memories of what Eovaldi did in Game 3 of 2018, and what was it like just watching him keep coming back out and taking the ball in that game?
My memories is that we beat him, but no, you know, it just felt like that World Series. It just felt like starters kept coming out of the bullpen, and you know, we're like, well, we're preparing for the starter tonight and the guys in the bullpen, but we're not preparing for 2 starters in one day or whatever. But you know, what he did that night was unbelievable. You know, that game was just back and forth, and of course it lasted like a day, and it was exhausting. And you know, he kept pumping heaters up there, and it's just I don't know. It just felt like could have gone either way. But I think I don't know if they would have won the World Series the way they did if Nate didn't do that in Game 3. And, I mean, I don't know. I was on the other side, so there's not much I can say about that one. But, yeah, I believe that his role in Game 3 was that important. I don't think that they win the World Series that easily, or maybe not win at all if Nate didn't do what he did in Game 3.
Speaking of that game, how tough is it to see Max Muncy go down with this timing with the Dodgers?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, whenever teams are this late, you never want guys, you know, one of their top guys to go down. They have, you know, 2 of their top guys go down late in the season, and it's, you know, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, you know, we have one of our guys going down as well for this game. So it's tough. It's tough one way or another, and as much as I love those guys, I love these guys more now, and my whole focus is here, and I didn't even know that happened to him, and it was I think it was actually my dad who told me that he got hurt, because I wasn't really watching any box score, any MLB Network or anything like that. I was just watching the scoreboard while we were playing, and that was it. I was trying to just focus in on us and just quiet all the noise on the outside, and it's pretty unfortunate, but you know, it happens.
In the back left corner, Daniel.
Kike, ¿cómo podías describir esta temporada donde las mayoría no lo daban a ustedes para estar aquí en un juego de comodín? háblame de cómo ustedes dejaron a la gente impresionada y poner al fanático de Boston a disfrutar de este partido.
Una temporada sólida. Yo entiendo que ha sido una temporada bastante buena. Si ganamos hoy, va a ser una temporada mejor todavía. Como dijiste, sorprendimos a mucha gente, pero yo creo que lo más importante es que no hay ninguno en el clubhouse de nosotros que está sorprendido de que estamos en esta situación hoy. Y si no fuera por esa mentalidad, yo creo que se nos hubiese hecho muy difícil el año entero sobrevivir. Pasamos por muchas adversidades. No teníamos a nuestro pitcher 1. Pasaron muchas cosas. El COVID, la mitad del equipo cogió COVID en una parte bien importante de la temporada. Seguimos a flote y encontramos la manera de sobrevivir. Y aquí estamos y estamos tratando de darle, aunque sea, o sea, sobrevivir esta noche y darle más a esa fanaticada que tan apasionada está y tanto nos apoyan, que puedan seguir celebrando.
We'll take a last question in the left corner.
Hey, Kike, how much can you lean on some of your postseason experiences of past to not let this moment feel like it's more magnified than it is for you?
I don't know, man. Experience? I don't know. I've been very fortunate to play a lot of playoff games in my career, and I wanted I wanted the next chapter to be somewhere where I could add to that, and here I am, different league, new team. We're in the playoffs, and I honestly don't even know how to answer that question, but yeah, postseason experience helps a lot, as we've seen in the past. I think it helped us in previous years beat some teams that maybe didn't have that much experience, but we have a lot of guys in our locker room that have a lot of experience, and it's up to us, some of the older veteran guys, to lead the charge and help those guys that don't have that much experience or don't have experience at all feel that trying to find the way to make them feel like it's another game. And it is a very important game, but it's another game. We have to treat it as another game, because otherwise the moment gets too big, and when the moment gets too big, it's not good. So just find a way to have fun. That's the most important thing. Have fun, because this game is going to be special. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think this game is very good for baseball. Boston, Yankees, wildcard game. I think it's good for the game, and a lot of people are going to be watching, and hopefully we get to pop some bottles tonight.
Kike, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.